would ask you to put your hands together and give an extremely warm welcome for the editor of the journal, Brian Aitken.
Missing tax discs, a found canoeist, party political donations, wags who wouldn't move to Sunderland, the comings and goings at St James's Park, and of course Northern Rock. The biggest business story of last year, and very probably this. What came out in the national media was a southern bias, in fact an anti-northern bias in the Rock stories in particular. Once the Rock became a political story rather than a business one, we were hit by an avalanche of inaccuracies, hysterical assumptions and stereotypical name-calling. At times, I felt quite ashamed to be a journalist. I am proud of the journal. I'm proud of its tradition for championing the North East, for campaigning for a fairer deal for this region, and for celebrating the many success stories that we have here. And I don't think there's been a better time to shout about those successes.
And as an outsider coming to Newcastle, I came to Newcastle on business maybe 6 years ago for the first time to visit some law firms. And all your posh law firms, they're all on the banks of the Tyne, aren't they? That's what opposite that nightclub that's a boat. The Tuxedo, but that's classy, isn't it? In Edinburgh, we've got the Royal Yacht Britannia. Right, not for you lads. No, we'll have a bloody disco. That'll do. I just love it. And you've got to be very careful of geography down here because it's like, ooh, you cannot put a foot wrong. It's like treading on eggshells. When I first went to Newcastle, and I got off of the train because I'm going down the East Coast line. And I went to see this law firm. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Dickinson Deeds because I know I was going to see them at 2 o'clock. And I was speaking to this woman, and she said, "So when's your next appointment?" And I said, "Well, it's not till 2 o'clock." She said, "Well, what are you going to do?" I said, "Well, I thought I'd go to the Baltic Mills." She said, "Oh, fantastic, absolutely fantastic." I said, "No, it's wonderful, isn't it? You've got such a thing in Newcastle." Gateshead. I said, "No, I'm going." No, it's in Newcastle, isn't it? The Baltic. No, it's Gateshead. Yeah, I'm in Newcastle. I'm in Newcastle now. I've just got off the train. It's only 2-minute walk from the Picture and Piano. I said, this is Newcastle, isn't it? There was a big sign there. And you said, "Aye, well, that's Gateshead." I'm thinking, there must be two. There must be two of these Baltic Mills. We're getting confused here. I said, "It's that building just through your window, isn't it? It's just there." I said, "Aye, that's Gateshead." Right, fine, it's, you know, I mean, they're okay, there's a river there, I understand that, it's hardly the bloody hell I know